Hi, I'm gonna play some Isaac. Let's see what we're doing. Ooh, we're gonna play as the Benighted. Also, I should note that, I refreshed the page with the picker thing and it said Isaac, but I didn't know it was actually gonna give me a result. I just wanted to refresh the page. And also, what's that one? Pearson? Someone? I'm looking it up. But that's Sagittarius? Yeah, Sagittarius. It is piercing, but it's also a speed up. Yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, and I had not yet removed its in the cards from the pool, so it didn't really seem... I don't know, it just seemed weird, so I just got... I just started over. Anyway, this has been Benighted. First time we're playing this, so pretty cool. Benighted has a weak little brimstone and a buff sneeze thing that makes the brimstone not weak at all anymore. And probably y'all are gonna be a little bit annoyed when you watch me play as them, because I tend not to use the sneeze very much, even though I know darn well that it makes things take full brimstone damage. Shame we can't pick up the rotten, but whatever. Let's try to go fast if we can. But I am of the opinion that brimstone is not only good because it does like full damage with like a bunch of ticks. It's also good because it's just any amount of damage with a bunch of ticks and it goes through everything. Piercing, spectral, and infinite range. And like, I'm perfectly happy just to use my big old lasers a lot of the time. And I think it does plenty of damage to get the job done, you know? Jar has its appeal here since we can't get any red hearts yet, but let's just not with that. Like, I'll use the sneeze, but like, we get the Mega Satan, I'm gonna be just using the goddamn laser most of the time. Like, I don't very often just go out of my way to sneeze something, even though I know it'll result in them taking so much more damage, because look at the amount of damage we're already doing. Why would we need that? It's fine. I mean, I know we got pentagram, but still. We want to go fast, but we don't want to go skip items fast, probably. Nice, Gimpy. Ooh, pennies. Big penny moment. Big money. Gonna be a lot of big money. So I'm of the belief that this is a good character. And definitely one of the stronger ones. I certainly would say they're a less radical twist on the concept of Azazel than most of the tainted characters are in relation to their non-tainted counterpart. But I still think they're fun. And it is, you know, they did a good job. Like Azazel is like a pretty easy character overall who, oh no, my range, who I'll take this. Nice. And then this is also a pretty easy character, but like it's still kind of an inverse playstyle to Azazel. Like Azazel, you're forced to go in. You have very short range. Like no matter what, unless you get real brimstone. But you're like you can get close range for the sneeze, but you can also get very far away and still do pretty much fine. Planetary enchants and augers. This is going extremely smoothly. Wow, we're almost on pace for that ace card. Don't think we're close enough for it to be a good idea to go for it, but closer than you would expect in most cases. Let me in. Dead bird? Okay. Dead bird is friend. Yep. Also for that ace card, you have to keep up the 2 minutes per floor pace, even in, like, dark room. And, that's a lot harder than, keeping it in the early floors. So we're not gonna try for that. Like, I would say you even want to be a few minutes ahead in the early floors if you're going for that card. High Priestess. Fallen Prophet. Ow. New Discovery, I call it Ow. Good end. Many poop. Big poop. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll blow you away. Cool, thanks. We've like more or less got infinite money, like not actually, but in a practical sense. Because of coin tiers. Ow! We do not have infinite health though. Which does not appear to be a concern, but if I keep getting hit, it will become one. See, the thing about the sneeze is I actually don't like getting hit most of the time. I just don't like doing it all of the time. Sometimes it's definitely worth it. Like, I'll be using it against the angel here, I'm sure. Tough choice, tough choice. I'll take the triangle. I'll take a funny triangle. Like, this fight is just so well suited to doing the sneeze. It keeps them away, too. I think Mega Satan with Benighted unlocks Hell Game. I don't remember what Delirium unlocks. I'm trying to remember. Well, anyway. Certainly I'm gonna be, donating. It's probably fine to just donate till I go broke or jam here, since like, even if we do end up getting to the Hustler, we're just gonna be making new money so quickly. Have I ever actually used Vade Retro on this stuff too before? It's certainly better than Flush. No. Too few keys. Too little time. Same deal. Vade Retro is cool, it just sometimes it's more useful than others. And this is exactly the kind of reason why I wanted to donate as soon as possible. Well, that's a lot of money. Cool room, very useful, I'm sure. Like, Vade Retro just slams rooms like that into the dang ground. We've got plenty of time, we can go look for the item room. Yeah. We've actually uncovered most of this forest map, even though we're still ahead of pace. Ow! Vade Retro is just blatantly really good. I think the reason I'm not as huge a fan of it as some people might be is that, just to like, I like to have full control over when I get utility out of something, like when I'm able to use something versus when I'm not. Where's the trick? And I can't really just choose when Vade Retro is useful here, you know? Maybe I should have gone into Dice Tournament for your old sister Maggie. Oh well. I've got 3 keys now. You can't keep this 2 cents away from me. With my penny tears and my 70s coins. You think you can keep something that high value away from my grass? As if. Boop. Do 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 do. Gosh darn it. Wow, flush, what a great angel item, huh? Ow! No! I forgot that could happen. It ricochets off the wall. And it hit me. Yep. Okay. We're still doing great on time though. Look, I appreciate that you're giving me so many coins, but like, this is not a time when I need the bajillion coins from like chests. Store upgrade, level 4. Excellent. Okay, jammed, nice. Gimpy synergy. Potato peeler. Amazing. The hell? What? Well, that was improbable. Okay. Regen. Y'all got any, items? Any items to wait for telescope lens? Actually, I come to think of it. Like, speaking of telescope lens, we do have 8-ball. So it's not completely impossible there could be a planetarium on this very floor. I'd even go so far as to say there's a 16% chance. Just a wild guess. Well, alright. Now, is it worth it to explore the floor for 16% chance of a planetarium? I don't know. think I know things? It's a library. I love planetariums. Cool, thanks for the money. I don't think he'll be paying out. Okay, blood bank, boss rush. We've got time. Gimpy synergy? Hey, it gave Child's Heart. But also, who cares? What? Why is Snap's music kinda rockin' though? What's up with that? Great fade. Great fade there. I don't have the spatial awareness since I'm just using fade when she shows up. You survived my rainbow technicolor dream shot. What the heck? Okay, we have time to go in here. Grab a little bit of a spear here. I leave the soul. Gee, which of these might I take? Given the other things that are happening this run, I wonder. That's right, it's the sticky button. No. We have 13 damage! Ooh. We're in good shit here. Ow! That bopped. That's right, I don't use Fade Retro on Gabriel, I use it on Finn. And if you want to know how to get good at eyes like me, you gotta use Fade Retro on Finn. And that's literally the only step towards becoming good at Isaac. Take it from me, a veteran of entire months. That's right, I've been playing this game since before I was dead. I'm still playing it before I'm dead. Which, if you think about it, gives me a significant edge over any of the characters in the game. Cool. Ow! I don't know how I got it. I just know I did. Yep. Silly, I've got a spear. Don't mind if I do magician here. I don't want to use this card at this time. Oop. My sword looks bigger than usual, but I think it's not actually massive, I'm just tiny. Those are fun sentences to say. with no repercussions. Ugh. Get jaded. What is retro about this? What is vade about this? I feel like I'm missing some core lore components here. That sure is a lot of red ghosty things on the floor. I almost don't want to use it, I just want to see them pile up. There's so many of them. It's so good. Oh, no. I'm a little closer. Yeah, you know you want to go a little closer. Yeah. Oh yeah, completely stationary boss? But why would I sneeze it when I can just do that? You know? Cool frame drop. Love to see it. Apparently I have split up fallen. Who knew? That's right, it was me. I knew. As soon as I heard that noise, I knew. There is no escaping my retrovasion. I don't remember what vade means. Hang on. Sorry. They define to become pale or weak as a color, hence to pass away, vanish, depart, to fade, wither. And it's retro because they wither into things that look retro, I guess? Good enough for me. Ow! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh dang. Empty heart. It multiplies. We could get this to work on this floor, but I want to prioritize going a little bit like quickly while we still have some shot at making Hush as well. But yeah, there's ow! There's boss rush. Ah, cool, it's the worst enemies. I love them. Yep. We actually do kind of need a lot more keys than we have. But if we do make Hush, I could maybe see this being a delirium run, maybe. But gotta get there first. More keys! Joker! Nice. This floor is going slower than I would like. for the record. Key? Keys. Do y'all have, like, bosses? That's it, I'm going into sneeze mode. Now you've done it. Nope. Not even interested in that. Just... Oh my god. Must we continue with all this? There you are. 2 fall? Okay, fine. Fine, you put me into overdrive. Put 2 fallens in front of my face and I'll show you a dub. And I can fly. Wait, how did we even see the fallen? I've never been in a devil. Is this run a half of it? What? It's weird. Great. I'm gonna die trying to get there. I am... Hurrying is not my strong suit. I gotta use vade harder, I think. Is my issue here. Okay. Nope. Ah! Please. No! Come on, come on. Come on. Show me the heart, show me the heart, show me the heart. Is this gonna take too long? Ah! It's the heart. We can make it. We can do it. Come on. Ah! Okay, we made it. Used up a heck of a lot of health to get there in time, but we made it.
Joker.
Hey, mental. That was a rush. Habit is meaningless, but also there's, like, actually no reason not to take it. I don't think we can rely on stem cell. I'm gonna take spider bite. We're gonna blow up the rocks, as is tradition. We're gonna leave the stars here, because I don't want that On my radar, we're gonna take second hand for more slow effect, and ooh, this is a tough choice, actually. I gotta take bird's eye though, right? Freezer Baby is like one of the best familiars, honestly. And it would be 2/3 conjoined. But I gotta go with bird though. Alright, let's do it. Push time. Oh my god, that is an enormous flame. Why did the sneeze effect last so long? Isn't it normally only like 2 or 3 seconds? Watch out, Hush. You're slow and you're slow to stay. Well, not to stay, but this, whenever you get slowed, you're gonna be slowed for a while. Oh! Second hand is applying to hemothesis. This is so good! The synergy! I totally would not have thought of that. That's so cool. Okay, get up though. Wow, the second hand is like a really good trinket for Benighted. That's awesome. Wow. Well, now I'm gonna be sneezing. Continuing to. Stop. Stop it. You didn't last long on that continuum string, did you? Yeah, I think this is a delirium run. Even if we lose against delirium, like, I feel like we at least have to try it under the circumstances. Nick. Took my mantle. Oh my god, you hit me. You are so rude. Whee! Spin to win! That sure is a bullet coming out the den walls. I don't like it. Help me. Oh, please. This is a good place to stand. Nothing could possibly go wrong if I stand here. Everything is fine. There's no cause for concern. So, if I say so, has appeared in the basement. Oh, okay, thanks. That's good. I appreciate that. Oh. I'm still going to the void. Partly because we have a stars card. So we can spend some time building up tools here. Ooh. Well, that was an annoying combination of champions. Pair throw, nice. Yeah, we're probably gonna want to clear out the whole floor, because, like, with Mantle we can kind of do whatever we want in most of these rooms, but we're obviously not gonna survive Delirium under present conditions. So let's see what we can make happen here. Usually you can amass a lot of stuff by the time you run through the entirety of this floor. We've already got, like, some more pickups and a pair throw, and we haven't even fought a single boss yet. So yeah, good character. Anyway. I'll believe that. Much better. Okay. That was like expected yield, but I feel like under the circumstances we gotta look. If I passed any other blue fires without doing that, it's because I haven't thought to do it yet, so there you go. What are you? Yara. Sounds good to me. Yep. There, now we've got a spare of both. I guess if I really wanted to, I could have waited until I found the room with the soul heart to drop all that stuff in before using the arrow, but... Ugh. Are you? I thought you were the translucent one. You're the kill last one. It was. Cool. Yeah, these things don't really frighten me. But they wouldn't really frighten me even if I didn't have Vade Retro. We have Bird's Eye and the Mate Brown. Ugh. Hey, a boss. Skullx. With these things? Dude, these things being involved almost makes Skullx threatening. You know what's gonna happen because I'm trash talking Skullx. I'm gonna die. Not to Skullx though. Whoa. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. I wonder how Parthrow works in the boss rooms of this floor. Does that come from the boss pool specifically if you Parthrow? Is it still any pool? What? Oh. Oh my gosh. Dynamic tracking system. Discovered. Lamagurdi. I have the tools to deal with you. There we go. No! Come back here! Alright. No more sneezes for you. Oh, look. It's another god-awful active item for the guest. Oh, okay, we're gonna reroll that. But, not just yet, I suppose. Justice isn't gonna do much for us, but I'll hang on to it for the time being. Whoa. It just stopped being there. You are enormous. Never mind. You are no longer corporeal. But, I don't really know how you got from enormous to incorporeal so quickly. I feel like that's a little bit strange, honestly. The Vister's Sis. Okay, well, that's essentially useless, but still somehow better than wavy caps, so we take the underwear. Oh no, Blastocyst! Ah! That's my funny joke where I pretend to be scared of Blastocyst. Now we're talking. Circle of Protection, nice. Woo! There you are. I found him. I found him. Okay. Still got some exploring to do here. Hail with a soul heart. Still better than wavy cap. What? You still stand. Frightening? Why does all the content from Afterbirth Plus exist in the way that it does. Did they just, like... Were they just... displeased in some way? With the fact that people were playing their game, or... Like, I wasn't there at the time, so I don't really know, but like, what? What is up with Afterbirth Plus? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm having a good time right now. Just... Every time I end up on this floor, I'm fighting Delirium, I'm like, why is this in this game? In the way that it is in this game. Like, there's some cool ideas going on here, don't get me wrong. But the way those ideas manifested was as Delirium and ultra hard, and like, I don't understand why. It seems so strange to me. This game is so good, like why? 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 Why is just the Afterbirth Plus stuff specifically the way that it is? I don't get it. Oh. Yeah. Now you messed up. You got me to make a silly noise. You cannot possibly hope to survive after I make a silly noise. Ooh. A bouncy friend. I love bouncy friend. Mm. Cool. Get out. Get out of the ground. No more being in the ground. That's enough. Gotta say, I was expecting to have a lot more HP by now. We've done most of the floor at this point. Delirium was the one in the top. I don't know why we haven't done the one in the bottom right. Right? An evil heart? Under the circumstances, yes please. Well, here's death. Goodbye, death. Hey, there's some HP. I wonder if there's any more bosses left. It's possible, but I feel like probably not. It's also the secret rooms, but finding those right now seems awful. Woo! Boom. Oh. Where's the secret room mobile? Oh hey, a boss. From a tactical standpoint, it's now, I think, very definitely worth it to look for the secret room. From a fun standpoint, putting a bomb in every spot on this enormous frickin' map, it still seems horrible. Like, it does not seem better than it seemed a moment ago. Okay, that's another evil heart. I'll take it. I should pick the Justice back up. Yeah. Okay, I really don't know how this is gonna go, honestly. But let's do it. Great foot right off the bat. Just in case you were worried about having a fair fight. Here's a foot to make sure you don't. Gotta appreciate it. Okay, hello. Okay. Going great so far. There's no way in hell I'm going in there to sneeze on you. Gotta keep moving. Give me? Ah! Acquired. I'm so free. Oh, cool, thanks. That's fair. Yeah. Love that for me. Wow, wow. I don't really understand how we've done so much damage, but I suppose I shouldn't question it, right? Just be glad it's here. Whoa! Big surprise. Also, I got hit without even noticing, so that's cool. Hey! Okay, we got it. Okay. Strange fight. Very strange fight. Oh, right, that makes sense. Team up pieces disappeared in the basement. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you.